All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm not even finna. There's no tease again. Fuck that. You know what you're here for. If you watching this, it's only two things to talk about. All right, it's the Super Bowl and it's Luka Doncic going to the Mavericks. It's nothing else. There is absolutely there's nothing else for us to talk
that
about. You know, what I mean? Like you know why you're here. You know why you're listening. So let's just get into it. Straight into it. Luka Doncic was traded to the damn Lakers.
oh man.
What is going on with the NBA? Yeah, so when was it? Sunday night? I'm literally, I think
Uh
it had Saturday or Sunday night, one of the two. But I'm sitting in here. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm at home chilling, going out, go to smoke a cigarette. I go outside, light the cigarette up, hit Twitter. Instantly, instantly, Shams pops up on my screen. Luka Doncic has been traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and a first round pick and Max Christie. I just put the phone down, looked into the air. I just looked into outer space, like, hold on, what? No, no, this is not real. This is not a real thing. This is not. He got to be hacked. So I keep scrolling. I'm scrolling on Twitter. All I see is people just like, is this real? Is this real? Is this real? This can't be real. This can't be real. There's no way. And it's real, people. We almost a week later. It's
yeah.
4 or 5 days later now, and it's starting to. I think it's starting to set in fully now. Like seeing Luka at the Lakers practice at the game, sitting next to Bronny, like
Mm.
Luka fucking Doncic is all Doncic. However the fuck you say his Russian ass. Where are you from? Siberia,
Serbia,
Serbia.
right?
From fucking his Serbian last day, but this man is on the Lakers. Uh, what what was going
Uh,
through your mind? Because I
uh,
know I was just completely lost.
but before I go, everybody, pardon my man Carr for not doing the
I
intro.
couldn't even do it. It's so I'm
It's it's
so
it's a
ready
it's
and
your boy.
flabbergasted.
Y'all know who's on here once again. The multi.
My bad. This is how ridiculous this shit has been and how
But
much I've been
no,
thinking
no, no,
about
no.
it. Like I didn't even do the damn
But
intro. God damn.
but
Shit.
nah, I think I didn't catch on to it until maybe if it happened Sunday, then it had to be Monday early morning. I
Okay.
randomly woke up and did like a phone scroll,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, and it was like 3 in the morning on a Monday, whatever it was. I knew it was like middle of the morning, and I see a Brian Windhurst like video of the trade, and I'm just like, this could be AI, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe let me catch it on Instagram. I see breaking news on Instagram, and then I go on and I Google it. I'm like, Google could never steer me wrong, and I Google. I'm like, okay. So then I just like, I don't know. I really sat back. It was very. I get the trade, but very awkward trade, and very as in like you understand it from the Lakers' point of view
Yes.
in the package,
Yep.
but the Dallas point of view, you just like ah.
What are y'all
So, but
thinking? What are you
so then
doing?
right. So then like I when I see NBA trades, I never think about it like, oh, they could have traded this team, they could have traded that team and got more pieces. But
Yep.
then when you look at more of the story, it's like the Lakers only talked. I mean, the Dallas only called the Lakers because they wanted AD. It's just like, well, hold on. You probably could have got more from a lot of other teams
Could
if you would have
you
called.
for sure would have. Like no
Like
doubt.
teams would have went in a bidding war.
Of
Like
course.
it would have been more like a new franchise is opening up and like everybody on your roster is up for grabs except maybe your top two players. After that,
Mm-hmm.
we got the pick of the litter. Like you literally could have called anybody in the NBA and was like, I'm trying to trade Luka. This is what I want. And and then they would have been like, nope, all right, call next team. This is what I want. And then you could have just went down the line from top
and just
team to
figure
not
something
bottom
out.
team,
Yeah.
or they could have just got AD, Max Christie, AR, Dalton Connect. Like they probably could have loaded it up with the Lakers. It's just like not. They just left room on the table for the Lakers to do exactly what they just did was trade for a center, which was Mark Williams. So not only did they trade AD and got Luka back, and all they gave up was a first and Max Christie. They was like, okay, well here's Darton Connect, Cam Reddish, and we're just gonna go get Mark Williams with another first round with that. It's just like, okay, well now the Lakers instantly just got better
Well, wait.
with
Let's
uh,
roll. Let's roll back.
so
Let's roll back a second. Yeah. To just
but
because.
but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I was just saying that trade just opened up. So the Dallas didn't really, in my mind, defensively they got better, obviously, because you add AD. So I
Mm-hmm.
think Gafford and AD rim protecting is going to be perfect. I think their wings can really protect as well. So
Who? Who?
and then you got, I think Kyrie can play pretty good on ball defense. I mean, I ain't saying he's top. I said pretty
Hey, no,
good
hold
on
on.
ball
Hold
defense.
on, wait a second. I gotta stop
Like
you
I
because
said,
we are
pretty
not
good
about
on
to
ball
do this.
defense.
We are not
No,
gonna
but I
do
just
this.
okay.
No,
So I'm not about to hype up how Dallas is going to be. I don't
please.
think they're going to be better without Luka. I just think their defense did get better. Gafford always was getting two steals, 4 blocks a game, or 4 blocks. So Gafford is always and AD. For what AD was, if he's healthy, he is still a top 5 two-way player in the league. So so that's what I
Hey,
do
hold
have
on.
to get.
It just sounds so great. Every time I hear
But
this, every time I hear this side of the takes from people,
but I mean,
I
but it's
just
the
all I
truth.
can think in my head is
But I just
so
don't.
what?
Yeah, it's a so what because I just don't think because we've seen AD
Uh,
and Kyrie without star players. We don't. I don't think together can. I mean, even together they make one star player.
yeah,
So it's just
or like
like
one and a
you need
half.
more
Yeah,
than yeah, and you need more than that.
I just
You.
do we really think like because I just hear there. I don't want to get fully into my sports media, what's going on, but am I in the twilight zone? Like, am I? Did I enter a new dimension in the universe? In like, am I in a multiverse, like fucking Spider Man type situation? Like, when when did this happen? When did this happen? Where we have we have to have like a positive spin
Oh,
for the Mavericks. The
oh,
Mavericks just gave
right. I
away
mean,
the
I don't
most
think it's.
important piece of their
I don't think
franchise.
right. I
But you're
don't
not
think
the only
it's
one.
like a.
There's
I
so
don't
many
think it's like
people
a
doing it.
positive.
It's
I
blowing my
wouldn't say
mind.
we trying to be I mean, yeah, that's basically it. We're trying to see the positive of the trade because it was such just like, what the fuck are you doing? And nobody wants to say what the fuck are you doing because we already said kind of what the fuck are you doing. It's just kind of like, I mean, you got AD, yeah, but you didn't get.
There's like,
You could have
yeah,
got more.
bro, right now. So for people that for the people that are doing the Dallas thing, that there's people out there, big sports media talking heads that are saying
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Mavericks are
They're
better.
contenders. Yeah, I
They
don't
could
think
be
they're
they could
better.
win the championship this year.
I
Hey,
think they're better defensively, but I don't think they're better overall.
but what?
I think
Okay,
it'd be harder to score, but I think they still would be good defensively.
when did the name of the game stop being I have more points than you?
Right.
And
Oh
we're
no, I mean
I just
I
watched
get that. I
Shea
mean
drop
some games
50
they
last night with
I think some
ease.
games they might I mean you gonna have your spurts where Kyrie and AD gonna go off together, one gonna go off and the other one is just gonna be, a good player. But as for when you get to the playoffs when you need somebody to be that guy, I don't think they have that guy and that's what the like I think, like, I mean, if you want to, I mean, since we're talking Lakers, Mavericks, even though the Lakers defensively is still gonna be the Lakers, I think they can go farther only because Luka and LeBron. Like, Luka can probably single handedly get them to the second round, like without anybody else on that team. Like
But
just
this
like
people,
so.
so people, this is the thing that trips me out, right? Okay, so there's people that are saying defense. Okay, the Mavs got AD. He's a good defensive player when he's healthy. That's a whole nother point we can get to later. Talk
Right.
about conditioning and health and all that bullshit. Okay, we'll get to that
Right,
after.
right. You
That's a
can't
whole
use
separate
that. We
conversation.
can't use that excuse and
No,
then trade for AD.
but let's
It's
stick to
kind of
the yeah. Let's stick to the defensive point. The defensive point. Okay, cool. You got slightly better on defense. You also lost somebody who was literally running your offense.
right.
Getting 10 assists a game. However you look at a ball dominant
28, 9, and 8.
30,
Like
10, and 10, bro, damn near is what he's
right.
averaging for his fucking whole career at this point. So you got good on defense. My question is, well, another part of my question is, so we think 34-year-old Klay Thompson and 33-year-old Kyrie Irving are going to be able to hold any guard in the league. That's one question. The next thing I
With
think of,
31-year-old AD
yeah,
or 30. How old is he?
31, 32. I think he's 32 actually.
Yeah.
But so the next point is, people kept saying, hey, they can't beat teams like the Thunder. They can't beat teams like the Celtics. They can't beat teams like the Cavaliers. They can't beat teams. All these teams they said they can't beat. They were in the finals last
Right.
year.
Last
So
year.
however bad you think Luka's defense is, they beat all of those other teams last
Right.
year.
Just 10 months ago.
I am so confused at the idea, the thought that people are saying like that this is good for the Mavericks. This is goes
No, I don't think it's good for the Mavericks. I just think if I had to say two good things from the trade from each team, the best thing I could say for the Mavericks without saying anything negative is just like, well, they got better defensively.
But why do we have to say so?
Like,
Why do we don't have to? This was one of the stupidest things that anybody has ever done as a team in any sport. This is one of the most stupid things anybody's ever
a
done
25-year-old
in history.
face of the league.
Why
Is
we don't
going
have
to
to do
LA.
this? The people, Stephen A. and Charles Barkley and all these people that are saying they might potentially be a better team. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
that's this.
Because one team. Think about
I
this.
don't
Think
see
about what
it.
we're saying. One team last year beat them in the playoffs. They beat
Even if you
everybody
minus,
else.
even if you minus the everything else, just go AD for Luca. One,
Sounds
that would be a
crazy.
stupid trade. And then it's two, just like even if you just go swap for swap, which team got better? Like, I
And
mean,
when did defense become like the major thing for people where they're like, we want to see people play defense. Defense wins championships. Okay, tell that to you love Shea. Is Shea a great defender?
of
No,
course,
he's
that
okay.
man can drop you 50 on the drop of a dime.
Yeah, okay. Is Steph Curry a great defender? No.
You know,
But
plays the
he's won
passing lanes pretty
multiple.
well.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay, he's going to get deflections. Luka gets deflections. Actually, Luka averages 1.5 steals per game. Steph Curry hasn't
Yeah.
averaged 1.5 steals per game since 2017. Okay, that's beside the point. All right. So it's like
I feel like playing. I feel like play. I've
nobody
always
cared that Jokic doesn't play defense.
he averages like 1 point something steals
And
too.
all it's just when guys
Because
that
you know
don't play
what it
defense
is?
get
Like,
deflections. Harden didn't play defense and got deflections and averaged a couple
and
steals.
because
It's the same level of shit.
and because nowadays on ball defense is pretty hard to play when
Of
refs are ticky
course.
tacky and dudes is more shifty and things.
Yes.
So I mean, I've always said playing passing lanes shows IQ anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to know, in order to get two steals, you got to know what passing lanes help side or X, Y, Z. So I always count that as good defense. Everybody always try to like down credit that as defense. Like, no, that's actually a form of defense.
You want to know? Here's
So
another point I've been thinking about. You want to know what also is another form of defense that people underrate? Defensive rebounds. You want to know how to end a fucking offensive possession?
get
Get
the
the
ball.
rebound. You want to know who last year was the 7th leading in defensive rebounds? Luka fucking Doncic. Averaged 8.5 of his 10 rebounds are defensive rebounds that end the possession. However you want to look at it. Okay, maybe he's not switching and being a great on-ball defender. Cool, but if you end the possession on the rebound or a make, right? So if we get people. It just worked last year. Let's surround Luka with a couple guys that can play defense. And he doesn't have to play defense for the team to be good. And that's exactly what happened. They went to the finals.
When you're averaging 30, 10, and 10, it's just like, I think you're doing enough on one side of the ball. It's just like,
you're doing so much that it kind of doesn't matter.
Be when you were a kid growing up, it's like be good on both sides and just excel at one side of the ball. Like it's like be good on one side or just be a dog on one side, and there you go.
So to people saying that Anthony Davis going to the Mavericks is a win for the Dallas Mavericks because Luka didn't play defense in one round of the playoffs against a team that nobody else could beat. It's not like it would be one thing if the Mavericks lost in the first round last year and we having this conversation. They lost to the team everybody else lost to. The Celtics had the best record in the whole league last year, and they won the fucking championship. And
they was blowing everybody out.
And they was destroying everybody. And then you get to the finals, and then we act like. You know what? A part of this, I think, a big symptom of why everybody feels like this is Luka ain't played in 2 months. I think that's the biggest part of all this. Is Luka was playing last week, and then this happened after he just dropped 40, 12, and 15. I think people's tone about what just happened would be slightly different. We wouldn't have none of this. Oh, AD was peak.
AD ain't played in.
AD ain't been AD for 4 or 5 years now, since a year after the championship, 2020.
He ain't played long enough to even peak again.
He's having a good year this year, but it's been 4 years of people calling him streak. You got Charles Barkley saying that the Mavs could win the championship this year, and he's been calling that man street clothes for almost 10 years straight. Y'all been joking about how soft he is, how he doesn't have the killer mentality, how he can't stay healthy, he's not strong enough, he's weak, he's soft, and you pair him with Kyrie, who we've been calling a nutcase and all this shit this whole time, and all of a sudden, this is a good thing because we want to shit on Luka? Why? What world do I live in? Like, where are we at, bro? It's like the opposites. Like, so Luka's not one of the best players. He sure the fuck. All these people love SGA right now. He got SGA right the fuck out of the playoffs. Easy. Mm-hmm. They killed the Thunder. I don't understand. How did this happen? How did they let this shit happen?
Took Ant out the playoffs, too.
Everybody was in love with Ant. Got him the fuck out of here. And then now we sitting around and be like, well, he's fat. He looks normal to me.
It looks the same. I don't know.
Does this man does he got diabetes? Is he have heart failure? I mean, he
looks more normal size than how James Harden transitioned. If you want to talk about somebody that gained weight.
James Harden with the fat suit on, yes, man. But it's like,
I mean, it's just,
why are we?
This is the type of thing that I always say in the sports world. Sports is just like, I don't think that's one guy that you want to get a chip on his shoulder. No. And it's just like, last year, I don't know if a chip was on his shoulder, but he was playing like it. And now he's in LA with LeBron. They got another piece. It's going to be, I don't know, man. That was pretty. I mean, because I'm talking about the center they just added now. Since we talk about, like, it's just like,
yeah, Mark Williams from the Hornets. Yeah. They traded Connect and
he was an easy double ball. Like,
yep. I think he's averaging like 15 and 10 or something like that.
Yeah, but shit, this last 2 weeks, dude been dropping like 20-20s.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, yeah, I ain't seen him. I just knew he was always
I bet on
solid.
Him. That's how I know. I be betting on bro.
Yeah, he averaged 15 and 9.6 right now.
Yeah, but the last couple of weeks he been going crazy. Like, I don't know, like, because I know some games he been having like
last 5 games 23 and What was that? That was yesterday, so that makes a lot of sense. 23 and 14, 20 and 15, 11 and 8, 15 and 10.
Yes,
he a solid
bro.
big man.
He is solid. And what they needed, rebound. They needed a big man. They needed a big man. Everybody's like, the Lakers ain't gonna do nothing. If they don't go get a bid, what they gonna do? They not gonna get a bid, and they went and got a bid.
Yep.
And now everybody's like, a dude that can average 15 and even 12 and 10, 10 and 10.
Well, hold on. Here's the even crazier part. He's averaging 15.6 and 9.6 rebounds on 25 minutes a game.
Bro, he don't even he plays.
He's not even
He
playing for
plays
real.
the first and the third quarter.
So his per
Now he's about to play
36.
40 minutes.
Yeah, his per 36 would be 22 and 14.
Yeah.
Wait, what about blocks?
I mean,
Blocks,
obviously,
1.7 blocks. Like,
I
yeah,
mean, obviously,
it's
he's playing with
scary.
LeBron and Luka, so it won't go. But I guarantee you, he'll still be around like 13 and 15.
But
If he
what
plays, he's going to get boards.
is this? Just
Like, because they
LeBron
going to get
hate?
shots up.
Is that what all this is?
It's
Are we
all, yeah,
stuck on hating LeBron so much that we won't even be what?
and then
Go ahead.
with the LeBron, it's just like now it's LeBron play. How many great players has LeBron played with? It's just X, Y, and Z. It's just like
So the
I
fuck what?
just,
Can we just enjoy basketball, bro? We can't just enjoy this. God damn.
bro, he's 41. Regardless of who he played with, dude's 41 years old and dropping triple doubles every other game.
Here's
Like, I
another
just
thing.
don't understand what are we talking about.
LeBron James, at worst, right now, how he's been playing would there be a better power forward? Let's say we plug LeBron in at the 4. Is there a better power forward in the league right now? Just with all the shit he can do. Like AD? Was AD slightly better at the 4 than LeBron? Like LeBron right now
Only
is
because
just,
he's taller.
if he's just Karl Malone, let's just say LeBron right now is in his little Karl Malone era. All you finna do is set screens and roll to the basket. Now you just gave him, instead of running the point, which he's been doing for the last couple years, now we're gonna make. Now you
Right.
just
He
all you
can
gotta
literally
do
just
is be
and
Karl
shoot
Malone
mid ranges.
and go. Well, not even that. Sometimes all we're gonna ask you to do is go stand in the corner and watch the pick and roll. And we saying that.
Or he can just go back to being young LeBron where he didn't have a three and he could just,
Well, it's not just that. It's
play and be
LeBron is
more
going to be
efficient.
off the ball. That's like whether
Right.
he is going to be off ball, and he's basically just going to be an old Karl Malone. And just that's it. Hey, you
But
just.
yeah,
But how do
but
people
I, you
look at
know,
that and say, "Well, there's no way that this works"? I don't understand that. It's to me, it just feels like there's too much LeBron hate going on that people are blinded.
yeah,
They want to hype Anthony Davis, Kyrie, and Klay Thompson up.
that's a horrible big three.
That's sick. And we talking about, oh, they could win the championship. Say it out loud. You telling me Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson is a solid big three to win the championship?
2013, that would have been
Yeah,
a solid big
2017, they would have easily been, yeah, that's a sick
three.
team fucking almost 8 years ago. But it's like, come on, bro. We can't do this. We can't hype this shit up to this level where we're not looking at the fourth, unless you telling
But
me Luka Doncic is about to lose one of his legs in the next 6 months. Like he about to die of a heart attack. He killed somebody. He raped a girl or something. Excuse me, but like something so crazy that comes out that makes it where he just can't even play basketball no more. Unless you telling me something like that happens. This is one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen. And then the conversations surrounding it are just so ridiculous. We have hit a peak of sports talk and podcasts, and we're also to blame. We're doing it right now in just a different form. But like when you get to a point, I think it's the everyday shows. I think the everyday argumentative shows are becoming
yeah,
an
they
issue.
just
They just talk. They
change
just saying
that they
anything. Everybody's saying every
and they say
version
the
of
same.
anything.
Yeah, or they be saying the same. They just recycle their own takes and things like that. It's like,
It's sick to where somebody's sitting around and being like, how can I talk about this? What if I say the Mavs won the deal really, like in reality they won. No, you don't. There's no way you really believe that. It's no way.
It's just like we gotta have an argument on this show.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
just
I think I
creating some
did
shit.
hear, which really kind of bugged me, but in today's world, it makes sense because that's how people think. The longer LeBron plays this great, no matter how old he is, it's just gonna look worse for him.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's just like, even though he's 41, it'll be 20 plus great years and 4 rings. And it's just like, yeah, but he's still 41, averaging 26,
Yes,
7 and 7. It's just like, okay, but it don't matter. He went another year without a ring. And it was just like, that's horrible.
it is.
And to think, it's just like, this man averaged 27.7 rebounds, 7 assists for 24 years. And all we going to say is 4 rings. It don't matter. He can't be the greatest.
Well,
It's
here,
like,
switch sports, and ask them if they think Patrick Mahomes is better than Josh Allen or not. Do you think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes? And those are the same people that say, well, yeah, he's better at playing quarterback. Look at the team. Look at the coach. Look at the wait, but what? But rings. But rings don't matter when it doesn't matter. It don't matter. That's why these conversations get weird. Like, yes, obviously LeBron is one of the greatest players we've ever seen. Strip all the rings, all the accolades.
right.
If everybody show up to the gym, LeBron is one. You picking Bron. You can argue over. You might pick Jordan. You might pick Kobe. But Bron is going to be right there. Bron's right there. There's no other way to look at it. And then now let's make everybody 35 plus years old. Who you picking? You know what I mean? 35.
He'll be the first one off the board.
Okay, now everybody 36. 36. Everybody's 40. Let's pick all the best hoopers of all time. Make them all 40 years old. Who you picking first? Bron. It was okay. So now we in a whole. The rings is cool, but we talking about your ability to play the sport.
This
play
man
the
is
game.
really 41 years old, dunking on people.
Yeah,
like
bullying people, like, pushing them out the way.
Why is this like? And every time I watch the Lakers play, I literally sit back and watch LeBron play. I'm just like,
how?
No bullshit. I just like, what is the argument? This man is 41 years old.
That the peak, Jordan. The argument people are trying to have is Jordan's peak was higher than LeBron's peak. That's
I don't
it.
care.
And
I don't
six,
care what
six
the
rings.
This man peaked and kept going on the same trajectory.
And just stayed at 37 forever.
This man literally might retire still averaging 25 plus, and nobody's gonna like. It's just like,
and people will act like that's normal. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
people
the same thing with this Luka shit.
20, people literally go from averaging 23 in their career, and when they retire, averaging 11.
Yeah, 9.
It's like 9. It's like, oh, he fell off quick, and it's like LeBron literally when he retired, everybody gonna be like, you sure you can't play like enough? He's gonna have those like rumors where LeBron might come out of retirement for like 10 more years in his 50s.
Well, I hate doing this to people, right? But let's use, I don't know, somebody that people put in that same category, Kobe Bryant. Kobe last year, he averaged 17. He wasn't hurt the whole year. And people like to be like, oh, he was hurt. He was hurt his last game. He was hurt.
Yeah, he played 60
He played
games
70 games. He played 66 games. Yeah. Like the year before that, okay, he only played 28 minutes. Okay, the year before that, he played 35 minutes. He averaged 22. He was 36. So it's like everybody declines. Guess who's not declining? It's coming. It's not LeBron not the same, but he's his mind for basketball is at such a different level. He just plays the game differently, and he's still doing what he does.
And not only is the mind, this is where he's the best athlete we've probably ever seen because this is where the physical ability still comes into play.
The fact you can still do it at all, yeah.
41, 6'8", 250, and still can do. Like he's still out physicaling dudes 20 years. He cooked their daddy and now he cooking their son. Come on, dude. Like how many niggas he'll be like, yeah, I cooked your pops and now I gotta cook your son too. Like, come on now.
It's crazy.
I don't care. Like, you can't tell me this man ain't the GOAT. You can't tell me this man ain't the GOAT. Like,
there are guys in the NBA right now who was at home eating oatmeal and fucking whatever the bacon and oatmeal for breakfast, and LeBron was in the league dominating.
Yeah, Luka. Luka was one of them.
And then that kid made it to the league. Had a wife and kids and a mortgage and a family, people he take care of, and Bron's still in the league dominating. You a grown ass man with kids and a wife and a mistress and all
and
this.
They kid's favorite player LeBron.
And your kid's favorite player ain't even you. His favorite player is still Bron. Bron's son in the league.
His other son about to be in the league.
And low-key, Bryce is probably better. That's the even funnier part.
It's just like, stop playing with me.
And we over here
That's
talking about,
and we want to argue rings. Come on now. You
think
can't
about
really
it.
sit back and tell me. Old head can't really sit back and tell me this ain't like.
If LeBron,
like, this ain't nothing great. I don't want to.
Yeah, we gotta stop. It's that I think all of this is a symptom of why the Luka news is the same. It's the same. We're putting Luka in the same box right now, especially because he with the Lakers, and people are just doing this same shit, and it's tiring. Why are we pretending like Luka not one of the best 5 players in the league? You can't name. You can't name 4 players better than Luka without it being an argument. You can't.
Right. I mean, the only the players that I can name 3 right now, that Joker, Giannis, SGA,
and that's you. And anybody you add next, we arguing.
It's an argument.
Yeah. Even Giannis,
it's an argument.
I'll probably even argue Luka not better than. Luka's better than Giannis. I can argue that.
You got Tatum. That's the next name that's gonna pop up.
Yeah, because how many times?
So those are 5 right now. That's what, because everybody's saying Tatum has to save America, or the face of an NBA is going to be a foreign guy. Even SGA is from Canada.
It's sad, like for whatever.
Ant's outside the top 5.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, we did this already. Ant's like sitting out there looking at them, but that's the 5 right now. If it had to think, SGA, Giannis, Joker, Tatum, Luka, like you can switch it however you want to switch it.
And then you
got
that alien crawling up the list.
Yeah, 7 foot tall and
8 feet tall.
Can't get a damn board when he needs one.
Oh, you crazy? I mean, averaging 13, but hey, that's
If I was 7'5", I'd be averaging 15, 20 boards a game or some shit.
It's tough. Oh, he's averaging 11. It's tough getting offensive rebounds when you hitting 40-foot 3-pointers off one leg.
Well, I would say it's hard to get offensive rebounds.
He would have a couple more.
Averaging 12 threes a game.
If he was in the post, he probably would be averaging 15 rebounds.
I hate. It's just so hard for me to watch basketball nowadays. That's why it's so hard for me to get basketball tape, because I just hate watching it. Because it's just like, if anything, I'm an old basketball head. It's just like, why are we? It's just like, what are we doing? Y'all are shooting a lot of ball. Like,
my girl says it every time I watch. She's like, basketball just seems so boring to watch, because she's like, all they're doing is just they run to one side of the court, somebody shoot a 3. They run back to the other side of the court, somebody shoots a 3. And I was like, well, they also, sometimes they run the pick and roll. It's like, okay.
And 3, and then shoot a 3.
And then shoot a 3.
It's pick and pop. It's not a
but it's crazy.
It is, bro. That's why it's hard for me to. Mm-hmm. I mean, even though the games lately it's been doing that, because the guards are getting more assists, making it look good. But it's still the same things. Like, even the opening day for the basketball, the Celtics broke the fucking record the first game of the season. Yeah. It's like, and I watched the game because I was ready for the NBA. And I was like, these niggas really about to shoot 63 today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's what it was. I was like, I don't think I can make it through this season. This is basketball.
That's why there's certain teams. That's why I think, like, the teams that are playing differently are the actual teams that are winning. No, not even that. Like,
no, I mean,
like Denver. Denver's not one of those. Denver is, hey, Jokic's finna walk it up, or he finna post up. They gonna literally run some type of weird action where you running off ball screens, and then Jokic's gonna either go just throw up some shit or hit somebody on the pass if they get open. Then you got like OKC and Memphis just Ja ain't really playing enough to make it make sense, but they're doing a
Right.
lot of drive and kick, which is way better to watch. So much because at
Right.
least
Other
you
than
watching
just like
SGA trying to create.
ISO
Yeah,
pull.
he's isoing, but he's trying to
Right.
get to the rim first or get to his mid range shot first and make the defense step up and then kick out for a three if that's there. If you let that, which
Because
is way
well,
better.
if you look at it, it's either teams with multiple like young stars that
Yeah,
really all don't have like a like this is my team moment yet. Like because on Houston, like even like now
Houston,
I said Chicago, but I was thinking Houston.
Houston, another
Houston is
one.
the team that I was thinking. Like is he the guard Thomas the
Thompson,
twin
I think he's playing the four
Thompson
right now.
right.
Yeah,
Dude's a fucking
or the
dog.
three. Yeah,
Like,
he's
bro,
crazy.
the Houston is so fun to watch, bro.
Yep,
Every like they all they do is drive and want to dunk on somebody.
yep.
That's all it is.
Try to
And
get
then
in
Şengün
transition.
doing
Yeah,
whatever Şengün transition drive dunk.
or
I
give
mean,
it to
they not a real
Şengün.
good
Yeah.
shooting team,
Oh
right? They're
fuck
not a
no.
real good shooting team, so everybody literally is in the paint, and that's the basketball. I love watching Houston play. They play defense, and they always in the paint.
Yep,
And it's just like that's basketball. Thank you.
yep.
Like, but
We
everybody else is blah 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 33s. It's like I don't want to watch this no more.
And I honestly, I think that's what's going to wake people up when Luka plays again. Is I think people because Luka he does that. That's part of his game. But I think the biggest part of his game is running the pick and roll. And I just wanted to point out the thing that we're tired of seeing isn't the pick and roll. It's the high ball screen, like you said, or the pick and
Right,
pop where we running. It's not pick and roll. We just running the screen to get a switch to pass it back out to the other person to dribble, 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 shoot a three because now we got a mismatch. That's what the Celtics
right.
do a lot. That's why Tatum is so boring to watch. High ball screen to get the big switched on him, to get a small defender switched on him that he can shoot over
So they shoot over
or step back because the big is
or
too
step
slow to
back because he's
react.
slow.
Yeah. And so that's the shit we tired of seeing. The pick and roll, that's Luka, Bron, James Harden. That's Steve Nash back in the day where I'm running
Right.
the screen is coming for me to try to get to the basket and either dump it off or maybe now the
Or the
defense
big.
collapses. Yeah, I'm either
I'm not
going up,
kicking to the corner.
I'm kicking to the corner. There's multiple options, and that's why that
Right.
play is so much more fun and dynamic to watch because there's multiple
Because you
outcomes.
actually got to have like that's where IQ and real good ball
Yes.
passing comes. It's not hard to go take the pick and then pass it to the dude that's shooting a
Yeah.
three. But you know
I
what
even
is
mean
hard?
beyond that. Oh, go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
Right. I always say, but you know what is hard and takes basketball skills? The pick, actually taking the pick, driving, the dude rolling. Now you got the roll. You got to see how the defenders collapse, and you can kick to the corner, or you got to kick across the court. Maybe
Yep.
sometimes, like you never know.
You could
Like that's where all the
step back in the
flashy
mid
pass.
range.
Watch all the top passes in the NBA. They probably all gonna come from pick and rolls
Yep.
or transition 2-on-1 drills or whatever the
Yep.
hell.
Yep.
It ain't gonna come from pick and pops.
ISO.
Like,
5 out ISO.
yeah, none of that shit. Like, it's all pick and rolls and Jason Williams, Steve Nash, LeBron, Kobe, James Harden, even Jordan sometimes. They got some
Yeah.
flashy ass passes to make it look good.
Yeah. And I was going to say, part of this shit, for me, it's beyond the basketball IQ part of it, even for casual people. Because you watching something that's
Right.
it's more dynamic.
Right.
So like my
But the
girl
thing,
watching, so she just seeing even with a high ball screen, the outcome is I'm gonna shoot a three and I either make it or miss, but I'm still
right.
doing the same thing every time. With the pick and roll, you can if I run the pick and pop and get to the rim, the defense collapse, I kick it to the corner. Even that necessarily isn't just a three. If I got perfect example, Denver, I got Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot. That's not a three. He's about to try to punch that bitch.
Yeah.
And there's so many other things that could happen. It's just more fun and dynamic to watch.
Yeah, and as a fan too, but you know who also it hurts too?
Hmm.
As just a casual rec ball player who wants to play just regular basketball. Rec basketball in these leagues copy what? Everybody wants to be in the NBA, so they copy NBA.
Yeah.
We've both seen the transition because we in that era now where we've seen the transition to where they really didn't shoot a lot of threes. Only the good players really shot
Yeah.
threes to now where everybody shoots threes. So literally, even playing pickup basketball now or in these leagues, from back when I was a
People
kid,
just shooting
high school
threes.
basketball. So now it's just like basketball is even not fun to play because you hop on a team or you hop on this. That's why I have to. I only could play with my brothers because we all still play the
You
same
know what you're trying to do.
basketball from
Yeah.
back when we was. But now it's just like you hop on a random team, even if they your homies, but you never played with them. Chances are, out of five of y'all, three of them just want to pull threes all damn day. And then you got a big man who think he a point guard. Like it
Yeah.
is so hard. Like it's hard to play basketball now. Like that's why I stopped going to the rec. I stopped going to the gym. I don't play basketball no more because it just. I don't want to say like oh it's hurt, but I feel like IQ is not
Down.
at the same anyway
Yeah.
because everybody's like, well, I'll just shoot the ball if I don't know how to play basketball for real. It's just like,
I can just
and
chuck this shit.
it's kill. That's what I'm saying. The NBA is killing basketball outside of the NBA,
I never even
and
thought about that though. Damn.
I think
Fuck.
that's what I mean. Yeah, I just like even if have you ever just sat down and went to the rec and I mean we got a I'm in a basketball well, not in a basketball league but my flag league now has a basketball league too now too so I
Mm-hmm.
went last week to watch the basketball games and I'm just like so we really about to just pull threes huh
We about to just sit here and everybody just gonna run down to the 3-point line and shoot it. That's what we doing.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean you got your occasional people that drive and X Y and Z but it's just like 65%, not see more, 75% of the game was pulling threes. And it's just like, yes, that's the league. This is exactly why I'm not playing basketball no more.
God, that's where we really. That's where we at. Fuck. But yeah, I think. But
Yeah.
to go back to the Luka shit, man. Like we we are just we're I I think the shit gonna work. Also, right now, the Dallas is the 8 seed. They 25-24 or something like that.
Lakers is the fifth,
Lakers is
or
in the
maybe
fifth
fourth
spot.
now.
So like all this that people are doing, trying to hype it up. It's just weird. It's just weird to it's weird to think that we live in a world where a top 5 player can get traded and there's a large. I just think the contrarian shit is just getting weird. Like with the Chiefs, with Luka, all this shit is just getting out of control. Like the fact that I have
Yeah,
it right
it's
now,
because
who won the trade? Because I've heard so many people talk about whether the Mavericks won the trade. No, that was stupid. That man is gonna lose his job and never
well,
be an
and it's
NBA GM ever again. That's what's
yeah,
gonna
but it's
happen in
one
a
of
couple
those,
years.
and it's to nowadays. It's just one of those like it's so easy to be a fair weather fan nowadays. It's crazy, and then as soon as those people that love Luca, now that he played with LeBron, don't like him no more. So
Yep.
like, so it's like we said last week. It's just such a narrative based society that we live in. People
Yeah.
are not arguing what's the fact of giving; they're arguing the narrative that's given.
Yeah.
So it's just like not even want to argue the fact that they literally cost this man $100+ million
That
from
too.
trading him. That's
I
it's
know he's
like
sick. And
I
then
don't
you
think
go
he's
to a
sick because he's about to be on every commercial known to man in LA
but
now.
you go into a
But
state where they take like 45% in taxes. So you're losing even more money than just 100 million. It's even more than that because now you went from no state tax to the highest tax rate in the whole country. So you lost even more
uh,
money than that.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
rough. But to
yeah.
the basketball point, it's just I don't think I've ever seen this many people force themselves to be this disingenuous about something. Maybe outside of the Chiefs shit. That might be the only other thing. But the fact that both of these things are happening at the same time,
Well, it's because he's
yeah.
playing with LeBron now. That's the
You're
issue.
probably right. You're probably right, which makes the shit
He's
even more
playing with it.
sad.
The thing is, like now, like I said, they argue a narrative. Now the GM thing is coming out. Just like LeBron traded away his own friend for Luka because he get it. It's like
Yeah.
so. It's like everybody want to argue the net. Now you got the conspiracy people and the narrative people coming out like LeBron did it, X, Y, and Z. Even though there's multiple reports that said nobody knew what the hell was going on.
Hey,
The two people involved was like we didn't add nobody into it.
if LeBron did make this happen, good job. Good job. That means get off the ball. Hey, I'm old and I want to get off the ball. And guess who I want on the ball? One
Right.
of the best offensive runners in the whole
Right.
league, bro. Is
Right.
Jokic and him and Bron.
And if he did do it, this man is a GM because this
That's
man said, "I
crazy.
give you AD and Max Christie in the first round. See if they take it."
Good luck.
And it was like they bit LeBron. It's like that's all. Like, what are we doing? Either he's the best GM ever, or he had nothing to do
I have a
with it.
conspiracy.
But
The league, my guess would be the league forced part of this to happen, and somewhat just because we're at the 45-minute mark. The Super Bowl is in 3 days, 4 days. The
right,
Super Bowl.
they needed, yeah. So they needed something to take over after. Because
Yeah.
what was the storyline going into the NBA after the NFL? If Luka didn't get traded, what was
Nothing.
going to be the storyline? That no,
Nothing. We ain't
Ash,
even tried to
Ash,
pretend to talk about basketball.
no, nothing sparked. We even said it a couple weeks ago. We was like, we gonna have to try to watch basketball, but
The only
nothing was
thing, and
sparking our interest.
you gonna hate this, the only thing is fucking Wembenyama. Is the only like mildly interesting thing because he's
I
seven
wasn't gonna
foot
sit around and talk
five.
about that.
But I'm just
I want, you
saying,
know what? I want to talk about him getting dunked on,
that's fine. That's
but it
fine.
wasn't a thing.
But it's that's the only mildly interesting thing, and it's because it's so weird. It's such a weird thing to see. That's mostly what it is.
Yeah.
And he's
And then Chet ain't played either in a
yeah.
minute, so
It's not the I we can debate that at another time. It is not even
I ain't
relevant.
debating it. I ain't trying to have that argument. I'm just saying Chet ain't played, so it's not like people can say the other 7 foot
Well, yeah,
freak not
true.
playing either. So
That's true. But it ain't even to me. It's totally different. Like Chet can't handle the ball anywhere either way. But that's beside the point. But yeah, like it's the freak show aspect, and the fact that he is actually good changes it, makes it a whole new thing because now they're winning, and now we
yeah, but
can.
that storyline wasn't gonna hold up to the playoffs. I mean, because
But
they wasn't making the playoffs,
now
right?
we can dip into some of the other trades. Now they got De'Aaron Fox. Now
Right.
Victor,
That's that.
please
Listen,
get in the fucking paint. Get
hey,
out the
please.
way.
If please don't,
Pick and roll and
I
go
do
to the
not want to see
fucking
a
rim.
5 wide.
They
Right,
was
I do
doing
not
it,
want to see a fucking 5 wide with
bro.
Victor out there on the wing.
No,
Get your 7 foot ass.
yeah, that's the best thing about last night is they were doing it, and it works perfectly because De'Aaron Fox is left-handed. So what they doing
Yeah,
is,
and he's also 7 foot tall, so it always would work.
well, that's true
Like,
too. But it's like
what are we
with
doing?
CP,
Like,
it's
where are
like
we at? Like
I
that's why I
know.
can't be a coach. I can't be a coach. Like nigga, bro, if you don't sit your ass right there, stand up and put your arms
Bro,
up.
do you know how the Spurs
Like,
won they won the game? They literally ran the pick and roll, and De'Aaron Fox just threw the lob to Wemby, and he went up to dunk it, and the dude just pushed him and fouled him. He was like, "Fuck, what are you supposed to do?" He just went up and just put his arm out and ran into him, and Wemby still just barely missed the dunk because he just
Darren
couldn't
Fox is
reach all the
my
way.
homie, bro.
So
I've been fucking with that nigga
yeah,
since Kentucky, boy. He nice as hell.
when he embarrassed Lonzo Ball like that, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
That
but
was
the
the
Spurs, I
whew.
think I like that pickup with De'Aaron Fox because they
Oh,
gonna
it's
need somebody because
nice.
Chris Paul
Chris
when
Paul
Chris
is
Paul
still there, so now he can run the
right,
second unit. Like that's crazy. People not
yeah,
really thinking about
and they still
that.
got Vassell and they still got Vassell and Castle, right?
Yep, they kept all that
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah. So they kept all that, and then did they give up Shohan? They still got
No,
Shohan
they
off the bench
still
too.
got Sohan
What the
too.
fuck they give up for
I can't even
De'Aaron
remember.
Fox? Who
I gotta go look it
the hell
up,
didn't
bro.
take none of their pieces? Like this, what the fuck are we doing?
Let me see. Let me
Like,
see.
and then the Kings got Valanciunas.
Valanciunas,
I'm like,
Zach
with
Levine went to the
Sabonis,
Kings.
and then Middleton went to was kind of with the
So they got rid
Charlotte.
of Cisco, which is like a second year dude who ain't really playing. They got
Right.
Zach Collins and Trey Jones. That's all they gave up, and some picks.
Trey Trey Jones, Zach Collins,
And some
Cisco, and some
picks.
picks for De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
That was disrespectful.
Hey, that shit was
Bro,
crazy, bro.
what?
I think the league is put in the notice. They put the notice in. Hey, shake this shit up. Y'all sitting around just with the same teams.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
another
as soon
part
as
that
Luka
been
got
weird. It
traded,
been
everybody. As soon as the league seen Luka get traded, the league
like,
was
well,
like,
all right,
"Oh,
time to move.
everybody." I guarantee you, everybody opened up. They was shit. It was like, "Oh, everybody's open there." Like
Jimmy
if you
Butler
trade
is
Luka,
on the Warriors.
yeah,
Like that's crazy. Like that
you
doesn't make
got
much sense.
Wiggins,
Wiggins, Kyle Anderson,
Schroeder.
PJ Tucker, and yeah, Schroeder went out. Yeah, in a first round pick.
That's what I said. No, you know what's weird? Kuzma on the Bucks.
Kuzma went to the Bucks for real. I didn't even see
Yeah,
that one.
that was the Middleton trade.
Mm.
Kuzma on the Bucks. I'm like,
What'd they get
ugh.
back? I didn't even see this. Jesus, there's so much that
They-
went on. God. Oh, they traded Middleton for Kuzma. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense
that's
whatsoever.
what I said. That made no sense to me. I'm
What
like,
the fuck?
what? Y'all gave up Middleton for Kuzma? Like, I don't get that one at all. They
they
said we literally want all scoring, no defense,
they said, hey, we finna
basically.
shake this shit. The league put the notice. Hey, it's trade deadline weekend. People are tired of hearing about the Chiefs. Shake that shit up. Trade it. Make it happen. Y'all been sitting
Everybody
around.
knows.
This shit boring. The team's been the same for 3-4 straight years now. We already know what's going
Send
on.
KD to the Warriors. And KD like, I'm not going back there. Okay, send Butler to the Warriors.
Yeah, the Timberwolves tried to trade for KD too.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this shit is out of control, boy.
It
That's what I said.
is
As soon as they saw Luka
hilarious.
get traded, everybody started calling about
Shit got
everybody.
serious.
The only person who probably didn't get a name, the only people who probably didn't get their name in a package was SGA, Giannis, and Joker.
I didn't even see this. The Hawks traded DeAndre Hunter for Karis LeVert. Didn't even see that.
What?
That don't even make sense. DeAndre Hunter has actually been pretty good. He
He's
been
been getting fuck off.
he hit
Karis
one of the big
LeVert
shots last night too, and they traded him. That's crazy.
to the who?
To the Cavaliers. That's a big pickup
Oh,
for the Cavs.
that's a big pickup for the
That's
Cavs.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
because
real
he had three
big.
and D, and he
That's
can
a
handle the ball.
steal. That's a
Crazy steal.
steal for the Cavs. When you
Yes,
just get it, was it a straight up one for one trade?
and like I think it said 2 second-round picks. Karis LeVert, and George Niang, and 3 second-round picks and 2 swaps. So 5
So they
second-round
got
picks, 5
and then
second-round
George
picks
Niang. Wait, so they got 5 second round picks, George Niang and Karis LeVert.
for DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, it's still a steal.
Uh, yeah, I mean
Second-round
they got a
picks.
good. Yeah, those second round picks gonna get traded to somebody else.
Yeah, that shit gonna that's crazy.
But yeah, that Hunter on the Cavs is a real big pickup.
So who else? Let's go through real quick and check some of these. Let me look real fast. Any big
Who
names? Reggie
Uh,
Jackson. Yeah, that doesn't do nothing for me.
the Olenek and Bruce Brown got traded to somebody. I forgot who.
This shit really got popped off. Crazy, like that's crazy. What Memphis? Who Memphis traded? Memphis traded Marcus Smart and a second-round pick. Oh, just for second round. They just got rid of Marcus Smart for second-round picks
To who?
to the Wizards. 10
Marcus
teams
Smart ain't
called for
played in
Kevin
how
Durant
long?
in the last 48 hours.
Marcus Smart ain't played in how long? I
I
forgot
don't
he was
even
in the
know.
league still.
At least this year, damn near. But yeah, that's the NBA took over, man. They took over this whole week. That's crazy, bro. We really about to only spend a little 30, 40 minutes on the fucking Super Bowl talk because basketball came in and kicked the door down, bro.
Man, good
Ah,
because we needed something
that
to
this
break
is
open after the Super Bowl because
yes. I'm so happy.
Luka might debut after Super Bowl too. So
Yep, they talking about what is
the
it?
10th, right?
The
Or is
12th.
it the 9th?
I think it's the 12th. Let me go look at what it is. I think it's Lakers Pacers. No, that's the 8th. Somebody said maybe the 10th or the 12th. So I heard Lakers Pacers, which would be this Saturday. So before that, if they do that, they might do that. They might do that. Lakers Pacers. If he plays Saturday, that's a whole different one. Now we talking about Luka.
Is it in LA?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it is.
Uh,
And then because
Mhm.
if that they play Saturday,
It's gonna
Monday.
be in LA. Whatever game is in LA is the first one he's going.
So Wednesday would be that's when they go to the Jazz and they play the Hornets. They don't play. So he either got to play the Pacers game Saturday or at the Jazz on Monday. Because after that they play in Utah and then they don't play for a whole week because it's All Star Weekend. So he
Right.
got
So
to
yeah,
play. It's probably Pacers Saturday,
yeah.
3 p.m.
No, I think it's gonna be Monday after the Super Bowl.
What if he played tonight? They play the Warriors tonight. What if they play tonight? That shit would be fun. The NBA, if Luka play tonight, NBA back. Luka and Jimmy Butler play tonight, NBA's back right now tonight.
I don't think he's gonna play till Monday.
Oh, I'm reading some right here. Luka Doncic reportedly targeting Monday for Lakers debut.
Told you.
So the game right before, played them 2 games before All Star break. Going to All Star break, chill, fuck around,
Yeah.
come back and start the fire. Yeah. So how do we transition to football?
From one great franchise to another.
Oh man. Well, with all that said, Super Bowl Sunday is this weekend. So Chiefs Eagles. Is it that bad? Or is Chiefs Eagles rematch that bad that we really just talk basketball for an hour?
uh, no, you know what's bad about it? The narrative killed this whole week of the rest and things like that. So people got so tired about talking about the rest that nobody wants to talk about the actual Super Bowl no more.
This makes me think maybe
Like
the
they
Super
drowned it.
Bowl they shouldn't have a full week in between. It shouldn't be 2 weeks in between the championship game and the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's a
No,
long ass
I think
time.
I think he's I think 2 weeks is fair because if somebody possibly gets dinged up in the championship game, then you give them a full week, 2 weeks to heal, so you can have your full roster ready to rock and roll. I think that's pretty. Try to get everybody the most amount of fair, a healthy roster that they can. So
Because when was the
I don't think
when?
it's the 2 weeks. I think it's because you remember, was it before the Pro Bowl? It was what the 2 weeks. Then the Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they just ended up putting the Pro Bowl or
Did you
whatever the fuck
watch
they want to
any
call it
of the?
now.
I didn't watch a
No,
single
I didn't.
second of the Pro
That shit
Bowl. It's
just
just
looked no.
trash.
I
It's a
didn't.
like.
What?
No offense to flag, but it's like I don't want to see NFL players playing flag
No, I didn't even
football.
watch the flag. I couldn't even make it to the flag game because all that skill shit is just like,
Oh yeah, it's boring.
yeah, it's like
Let's
I
watch
think it's one of those things you
practice.
gotta be there. To, right? It's like it's one of those things you gotta be there maybe to enjoy it because just
Ooh,
watching it on TV, you like,
Jamar Chase is on the jugs machine with fake rubber hands. Okay,
right?
cool. What the fuck are we
Yeah, let's see
doing?
who can catch the most footballs with mascot hands.
Yeah, what
Like,
the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? 2 weeks is too long. Just do a week and have that shit on like a Monday or no, you can't do that. Have that shit on like
hell
the
no, it gotta be
next
a weekend.
Saturday, something.
I wouldn't mind a fucking Saturday Super Bowl so I can have off the next day if my team win rather than being hung
But that's what I'm
over on a
saying.
Monday at work.
Like I think the perfect example for this year. So the AFC Championship, AFC NFC Championship was on the 26th. No, that can't be right.
Uh,
It's only
it
been
was
it's been because that only makes it a fucking well I guess yeah it's been a week yeah never mind that's 2 weeks yeah I guess this is the only way to do it fuck
this is the week. It's been one full week and then the week of the Super Bowl.
yeah so I guess that yeah you just get the week off yeah I guess that
Yeah,
works it just seems like this shit is so long it's ridiculous
as long as fans, but I think as a player,
you know
it
maybe
just
do it on like a
probably screws up
Friday
on you.
do that shit on Friday night I think that's probably the trade off well we ain't gotta wait till Sunday night and then get up and go to work and all that shit. If you want real, like just casual fans and regular people that don't care about football, what Friday night? Friday night, six
Right.
o'clock. Everybody is gonna be at a party watching the shit.
Or the
Everybody gonna be
bars.
everybody gonna be
Right.
out watching that shit, spending money instead of Sunday
Mhm.
where now everybody just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, it's like I gotta go to work Monday morning, so I
I
can't
can't even do
really do
nothing.
much that I want to do.
Yep.
Like you do it on a Friday night, you make so much more money on
Oh,
drinks.
should be cracking. Shit would be way more cracking if the
Even
Super
if
Bowl was
Saturday
Friday.
night.
Saturday night would be even crazier, probably. Shit, because now I ain't even got to get
Hmm.
off work. Now I'm ready. I'm pre-gaming
I'm
all
going from
day.
work today, right? It's just
Yeah,
like,
pregame all day. As soon as I wake up, it's Super Bowl day. Saturday, I got a day off. The next day too, you work a regular. Like, come on now. But they won't do it. So let's get into the game
no.
real quick and go through some of this. It's tough to talk about it. We both think the Chiefs gonna win. We're Chiefs fans, so it's unfair
Right.
sometimes to have
Obviously,
these
you see the
discussions.
red on me.
The one thing I did want to bring to you is the idea. I'm bringing the rigging up, but I'm not. We're not going through it. The idea that the game is rigged, right? There's a lot of people that have been saying this over and over. It's been the main narrative. There goes the word again, going
Right.
around. So why, if people think the shit is rigged for the Chiefs, why is all the money on the? Why are 60 over 50% of the bets on the Eagles money line, and the over 60% of the bets on the Eagles to cover the spread? How does that make sense? Why are people betting on the Eagles? If you think it's rigged, why would you bet on the Eagles?
Because
You don't like
it's
money? You
what
hate
they
money?
hear.
What the
It's
fuck?
it's because it's what they hear. It's just like,
Do people not realize if the shit really is rigged, right? And all these people are dumping their money into the Eagles. Do you know how the sports books save money? If it is rigged, have the Chiefs win now. Because all of you
right.
idiots dumped all this money into the fucking Eagles.
It's gonna be the same ones that flip the money, the point spread before the game, and be wondering
Yeah,
why they lost their money. They like
it's
like all the people
crazy.
that was mad with the Chiefs game.
Is it still 1.5?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna move from 1.5.
It's just crazy. Like I just don't understand if everybody thinks this shit is rigged. So let's all right. I got that out the rig shit out of my system. There's two. I think the. I honestly think the Chiefs blow the Eagles out. I have to say it. I've been thinking it for fucking 4 straight days now. I think they blow them out. I think if you can, I think a lot of people are going to be sick if Saquon doesn't break a big run and he's under 100 yards. People are going to be sick. That also leads to, hey, Jalen Hurts, you have to win the game. Every game we've seen in the playoffs with the Chiefs, me and you have come in here and said the same thing. The Chiefs have a specific game plan and a way that they play these teams, and
Right.
they execute it every game.
Yeah.
And it's been
Yeah.
18 and one score games or whatever it is, that crazy stat. And
Yeah.
I think they forced the Eagles into their game plan. Hey, we finna throw this bitch around. We gonna try to score 35, 40 points, and we're gonna, on the other end, we're gonna just try to stuff Saquon just in the backfield. Because I forgot who it was, whatever I was watching, they were saying that Saquon led the league in rushes between there was 0 and -yards, but somehow he leading the league in rushing. But he was leading the league in 0-yard rushes.
Not because he
Boomer bust.
gets the yeah. Yeah. Because in his games that he what is it? The games that he plays the top 10 defense, he averages 95 yards. But the game when he doesn't, he averages like
200.
150
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's just like it's really like I don't because top 10 defenses know what to do and then force you to do other things.
Yep.
But also, I don't think okay, so I'm not gonna go Chiefs blowout. I just think it's gonna be a Chiefs normal Chiefs win how we've been winning.
One score
And and
game.
and then everybody's gonna be mad again on how we just like won again, and they're so baffled on how we won. It's like, but we're just a real good ran team. Like at the end of the day, teams that do what they're doing right now are just coached well and have players that execute well. And sometimes and that's what it is when the team is. We've always had good coaches. This whole run, like good coaching staff. Dave Tove, one of the top special team coaches. Spags, we already know who he is. Andy Reid, even down to our position coaches, good coaches,
Mm-hmm.
players that buy in, players that's no, everybody on our roster is a champion, championship mentality or been there before. So this is not new to them. Like they know how to buckle in and take everything one step at a time. Close games is at some point it got to be. It's not. It's not luck. It's skill. You
Yeah,
know how to do it. And like, it's just like when you go 18-1 in one score games, at some point is we don't fucking fold and the other team does because
yeah,
we've been here
that simple.
before and the other teams and it has to be and sometimes it's just that simple, but in other people's minds it's like they want to go back to that one flag that was called that
Hmm.
wouldn't even matter because if that flag was picked up anyway, it would have been a first down for the Chiefs, or it still would have been our ball.
Yeah,
Like they don't factor in a lot of these other things. They're just like, oh, that was a flag and it was a first down and it wasn't supposed to be a flag. It's like it was gonna be a first down regardless.
no matter what.
Like,
Sorry, guys.
so so I just I think it's just gonna be a Chiefs win. I'm not gonna call a blowout because I'm not gonna be one of those fans right now. Be like, I just feel it. I feel a blowout. I feel a win. I
I,
just feel.
I'm
I feel we're gonna execute our game plan.
I think the game plan there's I we we're asking to me the game plan is we asking Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. And I've went through the stat for the
Right.
for the last half of the season. They started out 2-2. The man had 9 turnovers in 4 games. Doing what? Throwing the ball over 30 times. Every other game, and then people will say, "Well, last week they had 50. He threw the ball 30 times." That's cool, but they was up 2 scores, and then he threw the ball 25 times after that. They stopped running the. They did the opposite of what most teams do,
Right.
and they ran. They started throwing the ball after running the ball, got them up 2 scores. It's backwards. So okay,
Yeah.
that's one way to look. Like the other thing too is the defense. How many
Yeah.
you name all the secondary people on the Eagles, right? We got Blankenship playing
Uh,
safety. You got
Mitchell and Cooper DeJean
Quinion,
and
Cooper
Mitchell,
DeJean, fucking
Slay.
Gardner. Wait,
Yeah, Gardner Johnson.
yeah, okay. I was about to say,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Slay
So
too, right?
I don't remember. Is he? I think so. Or did he get? Is that one of them niggas we just named got traded?
Oh, I feel like Gardner Johnson still plays for them.
One of them got one of them. Well, maybe they both do. Well,
I feel
Slay,
like
yeah,
Slay
Slay.
still plays for them.
Yep.
Yeah, because they still got Carter on the line and then Smith, Nolan Smith, right? Because they got a damn near Georgia front seven.
Hold on, my shit loading slow. Shit froze up right when I clicked on CJGJ.
Right.
Uh,
Nolan Smith and Carter
that shit ain't
in
even
their
loading. That's
front.
crazy. Oh, there it goes. Oh, either way, but yeah. So it's like okay, and then they go through the Chiefs wide receivers: Worthy, D
Worthy,
Hop, Hollywood,
Juju,
Juju.
Hollywood,
Then you throw the tight ends in there: Noah Gray,
Watson, Noah
Watson,
Gray, Kelsey,
Kelsey. Now I want you to who name the name the Eagles linebackers.
Bond,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Nolan Smith, right? It's one of us here. Ain't because Nolan Smith's a linebacker, right? Or is he
Uh,
a DE?
I think he's on the line. I might be mistaken. Hold on. I'm scrolling. Because Bond, that was the one I was like, okay. And yes, C.J.
Yes.
Gardner is is also there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Bond, and then Nolan Smith is an outside linebacker. So yeah,
Yeah.
he on no
So
he on the line because they run a 3-4. So he on
that
the
means if
line.
he was 3-4, he'd be outside. No, that means he'd be a standing linebacker on the outside.
Yeah, which mostly you just rushing at that the way they doing that shit. But yes, he does. He probably drops back in the coverage. Sure.
That was the only linebackers that I know from him.
Yeah. But like to put in perspective, he has 2 pass deflections on record the whole season. So you ain't really getting out there in coverage that often. But
No.
so yeah, it's like so the other thing too I was thinking about is Kelsey might get off or Noah Gray might get off because who's holding them? You running this 4-3, you telling me one of the linebackers is picking up, so then one of the middle
Nah, they gonna
linebackers
have
is
to
picking up.
they they gonna have to put Slayer Johnson or Quinion Mitchell or DeJean. One of them gonna be face to face with Travis, they're gonna try to put one of them ISO'd on Travis, and it's gonna be a bad day.
I think
Don't
this
put one of
is
those rookies on him.
I think this is when they about to they about to have the Eagles in the spin cycle and say, "Hey, good luck, come catch up. We finna try to score 30." Because we don't we gonna test your secondary. We finna test the secondary because that defensive line is serious.
Yeah,
So we finna just get the ball out quick and let these guys run. Like Xavier Worthy, let him run. Cooper DeJean finna hold Xavier
I
Worthy deep. I
no.
know he a cold white dude, all that, but that's what we doing. No,
Nobody's that dude's been fucking moving this playoffs. Like
like
dude's
come
been
on.
a whole nother gear this whole playoffs. So
But that's why
he
like
he 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 looked like Rice did about time playoff season came.
yeah,
Like, oh, he actually knows the offense now. Now I can't wait till Rice get back.
like oh boy, people forgot. Does he come? He be back
Forgot.
next year. That's scary. If you can keep even a couple of these guys together, it's scary. But like, I just don't see. I mean, I do see a different version of this game where Saquon gets off. It's a tight game, and now like we're doing this back and forth of long, slow drives of just like you know what I mean, one of those. But I'm leaning more toward this is shootout because that behooves the Chiefs. Like, if we get in a shootout, that means Jalen Hurts, you got to do something. You can't have 15
Right.
completions. That's not going to do it.
No.
And I think
15 complete.
I
That
worry. I
won't.
think that's
No,
a
that won't.
blowout because as soon as AJ Brown don't get enough targets, he gonna be on the sideline reading the dictionary. He gonna be reading he gonna be
Thesaurus.
reading the encyclopedia over here on the
He,
sideline.
it's gonna be how many how many times can I say trade but a different word?
Yeah, boy,
Thesaurus.
he gonna be reading and that's what I mean.
That
I'm just
man gonna be
like,
reading whatever book that can a translation book to say throw me the ball in different languages.
you can only throw it to Goddard so many times. And
I'm not
because that's
scared
the
of God
Chief,
to
that's
get
the
the
Chiefs'
ball.
weakness. Throw it over the middle against the smaller
Yeah, but
linebackers. But
you really about to what walk us down with Goddard?
that's what I mean. You
Okay,
going
I'll take
okay?
it.
That's what and exactly that's my point. Is like okay, that lends itself also to a blowout. Hey, all right, walk down the field throwing Goddard 16 attempts in this game while we just chucking this bitch going deep. All right, that's I'll please please do that shit, boy.
You know, all they gonna do is like, all right, I think Tranquil can hold him. Let's see how that happens. Like,
Yeah,
and
which
it's
he
like
could
put
get bullied. He's not above getting bullied, but especially not by a tight end. But still, I see it. Come on, like, all right, let's give some credence to the Eagles, right? Let's not be totally biased right now. How do the
I wouldn't
Eagles?
be. I,
No, I
I
know.
didn't
I'm not
say.
either.
I was saying
I'm
that was
saying it in
using to blow
jest.
out. I said I think we win, but it's gonna be a regular Chiefs win.
You there's a part of you that only is saying that because you don't want to seem biased. But
No,
I genuinely
I
think
just no.
it could be a blowout just because stylistically it doesn't line up the way it should. You can run the ball against the Chiefs, cool, but what happens if you don't run the ball well? Then what?
I just. I mean, you just don't run the that. They just won't win because that's their best
Yeah.
attribute.
So then
Like it's a play.
that's my point. If they stop the run, then all of a sudden we looking up and we like, oh, Jalen Hurts got a pick and a fumble and they're down 21 going into halftime. And I'm guessing. That's my guess. But there's another side of this where the Eagles, I guess, they run the ball well, they get stops, and this is one of those weird, gritty. The other thing too, if you think it's rigged, most people are putting money on the over that's like 48.5 right now. So if you with
Right.
the idea that maybe these games are rigged even to a point where they try to keep some of this down, so the under hitting leans a little more towards the Eagles style of game. Hey, let's run the ball, squeeze the clock, and just hope the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes make a mistake and we can just keep chugging down the field. Goddard, Saquon, AJ Brown on the slant, and just not really have to make big play. Hey, we just don't have to make a big play. That's the Eagles'
Right.
way. That's how they want to win. Like,
Don't force. They can't press the issue.
no, we can't.
The whole thing about the whole thing about beating the Chiefs is don't press the issue. Take
Oh
what
yeah.
we give you. But a lot of teams don't want to do that. A lot of players don't want to do that because you are playing the Chiefs and you
Mm-hmm.
know that you have to press the issue because if you don't, it's just giving Mahomes that much time or things that and
Yeah.
win. So it's kind of easy to say don't press the issue, but we've been seeing it for 7 years where the only quarterback I mean, shit, even Tom Brady pressed the issue. He just was the only
He just
quarterback that
cold.
know
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
He was just cold with it.
like,
Yeah.
but yeah, so he still did, but he did it correctly. Everybody else can't. They're not Tom Brady. They're also not Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah. And
it's
that's I just you don't
and they
want to
all
do
have
that. They are ranked 29th in passing yards. The Eagles ranked 29th on defense giving up yards. That's the Chiefs are going to move the ball on them. So it's up to you to keep those possessions limited, keep this
right.
game short and tight, and get Saquon to go off and just try to squeak out of there. Because if not, if you get in there where you trying to press some shit, you down 2 scores, and you like, hey, we gotta fucking go deep. Cool, you might connect and you might not. And I lean
Good
towards
luck.
you not gonna do it because you just haven't been doing it all year. Those plays, the plays that people are gonna look at Jalen Hurts and say, look at these balls that he's throwing to AJ Brown and Devontae. Most of those they up. A lot of those big plays they up. They not doing okay. It's just like Lamar. I hate to say it. When you put him in this position, this is how he reacts. This is how Jalen Hurts reacts. And the nigga probably got half his brain is mushed in. That doesn't help either. You come off a concussion, you've had bad knees for 2 years, and now you got your brains pushed into your neck. That's not a good sign. But if the Eagles can pull it, I think if the Eagles make this a good game, I think they do instantly put themselves into a different tier in the league where now we have to. There's 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, and they weren't bad last year. They just hit a bad patch at the wrong time. And I think like we do have to put some respect on the team as a whole a little more. But it's hard to when it's the
Well,
NFC.
it's hard. Well, no, and it's hard to when they make it hard to during the season with all the shit that they got
You
going
just
on with
make
the
it
coaches and the
difficult, man.
players. It's like it's yeah. Nobody wants. They make us dislike them. Nobody wants to dislike the Eagles.
Yeah. It's kind of sad. And that's how people feel about the Chiefs, and that's why they want the Eagles to win. But it's like the Eagles aren't a likable fucking team. They're not this great team that's been just dominating. And no, for hell nah. We
Man.
spent the first half of the season being like, they kind of suck, actually. They're giving up 500 yards a game, and then Jalen Hurts is just throwing picks and fumbling the ball everywhere. Like, what is this? And they in the Super Bowl. So I don't know what people. So what? How do you feel about people just saying, "Oh, this shit boring. We not watching." Does that make you upset at all? Because it kind of, to me, it's like, well, you just don't like
Boring not watching the
football.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, because people are just like, oh, we've seen this already. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't really watch football then. I'm
And it's
sad
just
that football about to be
okay. And
over.
it's the same people that watch Cavs Warriors 3 out of the 5 years too. Like, be quiet. Like, like nobody just sit there and listen to y'all. Just want to complain. They just want to complain about some bullshit. Shut up. It's still gonna be 50 plus million people watching the Super Bowl if you don't want to watch it. Good luck trying to watch something else on
50,
Sunday
it's going
night.
to be 100 plus.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
so. I ain't tripping.
So here what does this, if the Chiefs win, what does this mean for the legacy of Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce? What does this do?
I mean,
Does this push them into GOAT status in your mind?
for Trav, I always thought Trav was because what Grunk has technically six in my book because he has seven, but well, no, he has five. He has
He,
six, but five. He has six, but
no,
really five because one of those he didn't play.
no. If Brady got 7,
He has
he
four, five.
he got 4, I think, because Brady would have had
He got one with
3.
Tampa,
Brady has 3 before 2010. That's when Gronk got drafted,
right?
right? So he has 4.
But he got one with the Bucks too
That's the
with
4. That's
Brady.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but he wasn't play, he was hurt that year. They won.
Yeah, he
So
wasn't.
he
Yeah,
technically got three. He didn't play in that Super Bowl.
fair. If you want to
So
do that, if you want to.
I'm just saying. Hey, look. Technically, he didn't
He
play.
didn't play in the game. Yeah, but he's still. They still. His. It's his team.
Oh,
They
he
won
barely
the
played
Super
that
Bowl.
season though. Either though. But anyway,
Yeah.
Trav's still gonna have four. Like if he wins, that's four for him.
So
A
Gronk
three P
is
before. He's literally the best behind Jerry Rice playoff
in
pass
everything.
catcher in everything.
But you
Like
want to hear something
so.
crazy? Fucking Karloftis, if he gets a
Yeah, I
sack,
know.
creeps into the top
Top 15.
15 playoffs, all time playoff, just
I know.
period.
And Chris Jones only got 3.5 in his career.
That's crazy, bro. And I
That's
think he
because his
played.
last game he had three
Karloftis, what?
against.
He played 10
He's
playoff
on.
games already?
Uh,
Is this his third year?
yeah, it's his third year, but he
So
played in the
he
playoffs.
played 10
He's been to the
playoff
Super
games
Bowl.
already.
He's been to the Super Bowl every year he's been in the league.
Yeah, he played fucking 10 playoff games then because it's 3 this year. It was 4 last
Yeah.
year and then 3 the year before that.
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean, Mahomes got 19. This will be what, 19 for him? 18,
That's
19,
crazy. It's crazy to think about how like what they
or
say
some shit like that.
like Mahomes has like Peyton Manning beaten just every single different category of like in the playoffs except losses.
Yeah.
Like more wins, more yards, more
That's
touchdowns,
what I'm
more
saying. Like
everything.
the only at this point, I can't say what it has for Mahomes because it's been a
That's a
whole nother
tough
debate.
argument, yeah.
But at this point, it'd be hard for him not to be in anybody's top three.
Oh, I think to me
Like,
I'm of the mindset that if you it's for me it's tough to say this is the best player we've ever watched play the game of football and then be like, but he wasn't the best. He wasn't the greatest.
right?
That's a weird thing to me. If I watch this person
Yeah,
say
but
this
that's what
is
they saying about basketball with LeBron and Jordan now.
true, but I mean go come on,
That's
bro.
literally it's literally gonna be if he doesn't get to seven, this is the LeBron. It's gonna be the LeBron Jordan with Tom Brady, Patrick. It's
Is
like,
Jordan the is we might have to
see,
do in the summer when we're slow. I think we're finally going to do it. We're going to have a pod where we watch like some 90s basketball full games and just and just watch some of this shit. Maybe we like I'll find an edited version that just edits all the timeouts or something out. And we got to really go through some of this because I have some of this is like possession to possession. I don't think if you watch Jordan and watch LeBron, I think it would be tough to say Jordan was just flat out better.
I mean,
Just every
even with
single
I
possession
test with
down the
LeBron
court.
and I test with Mahomes and Brady too. You
Same
literally
thing.
can't watch Brady and Mahomes and be like, if you put them two in their prime
Yeah.
in front of a casual and be like, who would you rather have as your quarterback? They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, that guy,
The
Patrick. Like,
guy
well,
doing
look
all
at
the
him.
crazy shit. Yeah.
Right, and he can run too and do all
The
this
guy
other
throwing
extra.
all the way crazier passes and having
He just
all the
had
better plays. Yeah.
he just had two rushing touchdowns against a team who quarterback is literally a rushing touchdown machine.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Let me show you how to get two touchdowns real quick." So, but so for him, it's gonna be he's just chasing Brady and whoever. But in my book, he's no less than three. I would say number two, right? I would have him number two right now if he wins the three
Mm-hmm.
P. Only the three P jumps him. Andy Reid, I think Andy.
It's a
That's
real
a
argument
that's
now.
yeah. It's gonna be a real argument with him and Bill because Bill without Tom Brady, but you could say Andy without. The only thing is, Andy without Patrick did better with Bill without Tom.
Mm-hmm.
At least, and
For
Andy only
sure.
knock
Yeah.
on
For
Andy,
sure.
bro, and only knock on Andy was he couldn't make it to a Super Bowl, but he could always make you. He could always get you to that divisional round at least.
Yeah. That's true. Donovan McNabb,
So
Mike Vick, like
Alex Smith,
Alex Smith.
so not Nick Foles. He didn't have Nick Foles, did he?
That was
That was Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly. Yep.
But yeah. So, but a sneaky goat. Not head coach go, but coach go that we ain't talked about Spags.
Spags is
What
crazy.
is it? What does it do with Spags?
I don't. That one's to me is not even the greatest coordinator of all time. You got the two
It
Brady
has to be,
Super
right?
Bowls, and then you're part of this also. Like,
Yeah. Or
yeah,
what about Joe Tooney as a guard? What does this say about him?
a lot.
Like, what is this? What does this do with Chris Jones' legacy? As in, like, doesn't have any MVP, defensive player MVPs, but he has four Super Bowls as a
Yeah,
D
you
lineman,
the
and
best.
as like the catalyst of the
The
defense
defense.
on those runs.
Yeah,
Like, so what does it say about that? Like, so I mean, this whole team is gonna have like a lot to argue when it start bringing out like
if they want,
players
there's no
dynasties
other
and
three
things like that.
peats. Nobody's ever three
Only
peated.
one.
Like to me, it gets that's like the level of how they dominated in their time. It takes a gigantic step up if you three-peat and go to four Super Bowls in 5 years. Oh wait, is it?
Well, and
Yeah,
then well, seven straight AFC
it's
championships
already
alone, and then
crazy.
and hosting six of them is like,
The Patriots didn't make the playoffs in the middle of their shit in like
yeah, they
'05. They didn't even make the playoffs.
well they went 3 years, then 10 years without a Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl, then another 3 years. Like
Well,
people tend to
I just
forget.
mean even the AFC Championship shit. If you think about it from that
Well, yeah,
perspective, like they didn't even make the playoffs four straight times.
yeah,
They couldn't even make the
yeah.
playoffs four straight times, let alone make the AFC Championship 6 or 7 straight times. Like we're talking
Yeah,
about a
seven straight
different
times in
level.
AFC Championship is with a what? With a 80 plus percent win percentage,
Yeah.
like throughout that seven game. Well, what's the win percentage for the Chiefs in the 7 game span? It has to be 80% at least, right?
What in the AFC Championship?
No, no, no. In like this 7 years,
I don't
like
know.
of this run, it has to be at least what 15-2, 14 or something. We win at
Uh,
least 75 to 80% of our games, right? It has to be somewhere around there. Because
you
Patrick Mahomes' win percentage in his career is,
since what 2017, 2018,
yeah, well, that would be 8, 17, 18, I think.
18 when he started. So I'll just look at that.
Yeah.
77%. So
Yeah.
right at almost 80, and that I don't think this is not counting playoffs. So you
And
add
that,
that,
and that's also counting the weeks we sat all our starters
yeah.
because we already had the shit clinched.
So once a year, basically, except for last
Right,
year.
right. Once a year or so. So say six of those games don't even count.
Yeah. Fuck. So now you're talking about 80. Yeah, 80%.
Yeah, it's talking about 80%.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about a different level. The fact I know people. It's weird to me that
You know how
people like
hard that is?
it's ridiculous, but it's funny to think that like people are like we're tired of hearing about the Chiefs, but then like as we're going through it, I'm realizing like I haven't heard it enough. Like we talking about it, this should be shit that could be because like I listen to all and watch all type of shows and all this shit. Like this should be shit that we just hear constantly and we don't.
Well, it is, you know why? Once again, they don't want to hear it and talk about it because if it happens, it really started denting Brady's GOAT conversation. Nobody wants to do it yet.
That's true.
They no. That's why I said the people haven't coped with Brady retiring and his dynasty yet, and they didn't think something was going to happen so quick. The people wasn't ready for something so quick, and it's happening quick, and we still haven't yet. People, fans, everybody haven't even coped with
People
it
are
yet. Just
still
like
grieving their fucking
that's
20
literally.
years of football they had to watch and their team got
No,
destroyed. Yeah.
what did we say? What did I say 2 weeks ago?
And then this is
Literally,
worse.
the 2018 AFC Championship was, regardless Brady won or not, it was the pass the torch of the AFC Championship. Like, hey, bro, it's your league now. There you go. Like, and then nobody has won since.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, you know
you
what's
saying
crazy?
what? Since Brady's been in the league to now, what they say this is the first. Then they say this is the first Super Bowl without Brady or Mahomes. Wait, not without Brady and Mahomes. I can't remember the stat it was, but it was something crazy. But how many Super Bowls since Brady started to now or even AFC championships from Brady to now doesn't involve Brady or Mahomes.
Not a lot,
Like, see how crazy that's why you probably name it like 5 or 6
bro.
from
So
early.
I looked this shit up. The Patriots went to the AFC Championship. Uh, all of these except for two. 1986, 1997. So the Patriots went 13 times and they won 8. 2002, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's the stretch. That second stretch,
Right. That was it. That second stretch was what they win 9 in a row.
they no, they only went that's the thing though. So 12 was it 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They went to 8,
Eight in a row.
8 in a row, but they only won
4 of them.
yep,
Cause they
one,
lost.
two,
No, the 5
5.
of them because they lost the Super. They
Yep.
lost. Yeah, they lost to the
Denver,
Eagles and they
Denver,
lost.
Baltimore.
That was Denver, Baltimore. I don't know why I thought that was
And
the Eagles one.
those the people they lost to went and won the Super Bowl every time.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Baltimore went and
yeah.
won the Super
Oh, you
Bowl,
talking about AFC Championship? I'm
AFC
thinking Super
Championship, not
Bowl.
just Super Bowls. But I was looking at it because I'm like, did they go to 7 in a row? They did go to 7 in a row exactly.
Okay,
That's
so it
crazy.
had 7 in a row has been had, but hosting like how many of them? I wonder how many they hosted because I
They
think
hosted
that year with Baltimore they didn't host. That year with Denver they didn't
one,
host
two,
either.
three, four,
Yeah, they didn't host as
5.
many. We
So they hosted
so
5
we
out of 8.
hosted 6 out of 7.
Yeah, 6 out of 7. Yeah, they hosted 5 out of 8. So it was right there. Like, and they won how many Super Bowls out of that?
3.
1, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 3 and 3. That was the other 3 years.
So you 3 and 8. So that, and then you get to the percentages. Okay, 4
Right.
and 5 out of 7 versus 3 and uh 3 and 8 in 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's a different. We talking about all time shit. It's going. We going once people get over the hate and all the shit with Mahomes, and we can start to try to
Yeah, I was just
appreciate
telling.
it. That's when people
I
will
was.
realize, oh shit, this is
But I was just telling people today at work, that's how being great or having something great, that's how it is. At first, they love you, they want you to be great. Then
yep,
you get to the point where you're so great that nobody likes you. You stay on that path, and then they don't respect your greatness until you're gone.
yep,
And then it's done, or somebody else's turn. And then everybody start hating them, and everybody now you don't look too bad. It's
yeah,
like, dang, I really missed when the Chiefs was doing it because the Chiefs didn't do this and the Chiefs didn't do that. Because the next team might not be as humble. The next team that has this run after the Chiefs, they might not be as humble.
yeah,
Like
true,
the only thing the Chiefs do is after we win one Super Bowl, like every other Super Bowl team does, is say they gonna come back for another one. The only thing different is we actually did.
yeah.
So like, so it's just like, oh, I don't like them. They're not humble. Where they're doing exactly everything they said they was gonna do. So it's
It's
just
so crazy, bro. Like we appreciate the guy that we don't get to see long enough more that falls off. Like, cause I was thinking about it, as you were saying that, I was like, Derrick Rose is a perfect example. Nobody ever says anything negative about Derrick Rose. I can't name you
right.
one negative thing that
You
ever
can't,
happened in Derrick Rose's
bro.
career.
Hey, thank you for saying that because I made it a thing. You guys, all my brothers, I made it a thing. Like every time we went to go hoop or anything, I used to badmouth Derrick Rose on purpose just to see how many people used to just hate me. Like every time we talk basketball, people bring up Derrick Rose. I'm like, man, that nigga was trash. Everybody, what the fuck, Derrick Rose trash. If he didn't get hurt, but it's like you could not go to the hood and play basketball and trash Derrick Rose and think you about to walk out of there safe. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like niggas will drag you for that.
And
And it's
I'm
just
looking
like,
at it, it's
why can't
hilarious. Derrick Rose won the MVP. He was averaging 25 and 7.
yeah, LeBron do that every year.
LeBron was averaging 25, 7, and 7 with a better shooting total, with a better 3-point shooting total, with a better team.
Yeah.
And they was like, well,
And
D Rose dunked on people.
he,
But now it's one of those. I don't want to hate now, but I was just like, I can't. You're right. Like people don't appreciate. They want you to fall off, and then if you fall off, now we can praise you.
right.
Now we can hype you up. That's why
And because it's one of those I don't want to. Because once you get to if you wasn't on the ride up, you don't want to be the one that everybody calls a bandwagon fan because you
True.
hopping on them now at the top. So
Yeah.
now you got to be a
You
hater
gotta hate.
because then now if you be like, man, he's Mahomes is the GOAT, Mahomes is the best, and be like, nigga, you never liked Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like people are scared to actually like them now that they're good, and now they got to actually hate them
That shit's
until
sad.
they can actually come out the woodwork and say, well, he was pretty decent. I can't like I mean, I was Brady hater. I didn't like the Patriots at
Yeah.
all. I ain't gonna like it, but I respected Brady once
Hey, you
we got
talking to
into our
somebody?
dynasty.
Perfect example to bring it around back to basketball slightly. Like, I did not like Kobe. I didn't understand it. I just truly growing
Yeah,
up.
I didn't like Kobe either.
I didn't like Kobe. I didn't like
still
his
don't.
game. I didn't like none of
His
that.
game,
Like, and I didn't
Mhm.
understand why people love Kobe so until I got older. And you go back and you watch some of the shit and you see like how everything played out. And you go, okay, nah, he was great. He was great. I was hating a little bit because I didn't. I was like, oh,
I
well,
mean, I never. So like, okay, so Kobe was one of those players where I didn't like. I just respected his game.
yeah, I get
I
that.
didn't like his game, but I respected his game. So,
And see, I didn't
but
really. I was like,
it's
eh,
hard for me. It's hard for me to like RP. I mean, I'm gonna say right, RP Kobe, but I feel
yeah,
like a lot of people jumped his status once he died because I think his death shocked everybody. So it's
yeah,
just like, oh, now that he died and he's young, I think he has to be a top 10 player now. I was like, well, he wasn't a top 10 player before, so why his death raised him when?
yeah,
So that kind of threw me. And also another thing about Kobe is hard for me to put you in any top five when we're still arguing if you even top five in your own franchise.
yeah. It's
So it's
tough.
just like
Yeah,
so it's like it's hard for me to do that. So I just respect Kobe for what he is and as a player he is. He's definitely a great player, but
yeah,
if you can't that's why I tell people all the time. If he's not top five in his own franchise, you cannot literally sit here and tell me he's top five in the NBA.
yeah. That's yeah. I mean, the franchise is that's a tough one though. That's a tough
It is.
franchise to be trying to get to the top five of. So
But it sucks. But
it
it's just
does.
like if you can literally name four people in this franchise that you'd rather have over him, what
It
about?
is
I
yeah.
mean, it's only one spot left in the top
Hey,
five.
no Kobe slander will be
I'm not
tolerated.
slandering. It's
Kendrick
just people
Lamar
hate
is performing at the halftime of the Super Bowl. We will not
hate the
disrespect
facts.
the West Coast.
I'm not disrespecting any. People hate the facts and they hate when I say it because it's like you're supposed to respect somebody when they dead and gone. But it's like I'm not disrespecting them. I'm not saying he sucked. I'm just
Fair.
saying he's like I ain't never said
I
Kobe
just want to
sucked.
let
That'd
you
be
know.
stupid to say he
I
sucked.
want to let you know ahead of
Like,
this. I'm definitely clipping this up to make it seem like you said Kobe kind of sucks.
I would say it in person. Like,
But no,
what
I'm talking shit. But boy, if I clip that up, there, your Kobe take you going viral. Maybe who the fuck knows? We'll try and see. But the point of this whole what
yeah.
was you about to say?
No, I was like, that everybody gonna have to tune in and see what I actually said. Like,
Oh,
no, he
yeah.
actually said it. Just actually said facts. Like,
But the point of this whole shit is, I feel like the main idea of this pod is stop listening and basing your thoughts and ideas off of all this sports media. Even us, don't base your ideas off of what we say. Don't base your ideas of the four people that listen to this shit. Don't base your ideas off what Stephen A says or Nick Wright says or fucking what Skip Bayless is trying to still say or Shannon Sharp. Don't base what you think off of that. Look at the shit for yourself. Appreciate the actual greatness of some of these people and quit listening to what people tell you they think of that shit.
right?
And just have your own thoughts on it. Just ain't like all this shit. Like I never would have thought about that D Rose shit. Never would have thought until you said that, and it's like, wait, yeah, you're right, because people just don't appreciate the shit while it's right here in front of them.
Yeah,
And you
they
have to
wait till too
try.
late.
Yeah, you have to try to see through all this stuff and just see we're watching shit that may never happen again, that we may never see again. That's just pure greatness, and that applies to you also with Victor Wembanyama. All right.
Oh Lord mercy.
But
7'5" and can't fucking want to shoot threes and
but
bring the
hey,
ball up the court.
yeah, and that shit is crazy.
I fucking hate basketball.
No, Victor is different though. Watch some shit with Victor because he not just
I
that's just the
watch it.
highlights. Like
I'm just talking shit.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
he
I
getting to the
watch the
rim,
games.
yeah. But
But
I know.
you know that argument we had with
Yes,
who was gonna be the first to punch on them,
yes, yeah.
and I said it was gonna be Ant, but surprise, surprise, it was actually
It
Ja
was
that
John
tried him
Morant, and it
first,
technically
and
didn't count. That's the crazier
it didn't
part,
count. Yeah, it didn't
which is
count, but
sick.
he punched. I don't give
We
a
all
fuck. He
seen it
punched
though.
on his
Yeah,
ass.
we
Like,
seen it. Did you see that shit
yeah.
where somebody tried to? I think it was DeAndre Hunter tried to dunk on him, and they both were like, both their hands were over the top of the square, and Victor was like barely off the ground and just fucking flicks his wrist and blocks it. It looks so silly, bro. Like, but yeah, that's beside the point. We got months to watch to do NBA talk and watch all
Yeah,
this
well,
shit
hopefully they ain't
unfold.
in the playoffs to even talk about Wemby, or it's gonna be
They
another
hey, I
after
think De'Aaron
playoffs.
Fox takes them there, but that's but
Maybe
Chiefs get the dub. So
You know what to do. Y'all boys know what to do, man. We don't need to. There ain't too much talking. When y'all see Trish Jones with that one tear coming down, y'all know it's game time.
every time, once a quarter.
Yeah, if that tear if the Star Spangled Banner is coming on and that tear coming down, just you might as well just pack it up,
Yeah,
y'all. Chiefs
wrap it
winning.
up. Just like
That
we wrapping up here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure what do people be saying? I need to start doing that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Twitch and
click
Instagram,
something right down there. That's what they say.
wherever it is.
What's that right down there? What
I'm
even
not
is that down
sure.
there?
I'm not even sure where it's at. It could be over here. It could be over there. It could be
I think it's
down. Wherever the fuck
how
it's
they
at.
do that. They point us
Yeah.
right there.
Watch one of the next videos. Like, subscribe, follow, do all the nice stuff. It's all wherever the links, whatever the description is at, all the links for everything. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all that shit is right there. That's it. You know what to do. It's 2025. If you don't know how to work your phone or
Click the
computer,
shit.
how are you even seeing this right now? That's
Right. Just click the shit.
just you know what to
And
do.
if you click the shit to watch it, you can click the shit to subscribe to it. It's
Exactly. You
just
know what
that
you're doing.
easy.
You know what you're doing. You're here. You know what you're doing. It's that simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, watching as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. And I forgot what I was been saying. It's been such a frazzled thing, but we will see you guys next time. That's what I've been saying.
Peace. Been gone for a week. Niggas don't even know what's going
Boy,
on no
yeah,
more.
that shit.